Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Look It Up Podcast. I'm Chip Ulmer, and with me, as always, is my co-host and papa, Tony Gudo. You can find us on YouTube under the Look It Up Podcast and Facebook under his name, Tony Gudo.
Yeah, look us up and share. We put it out every Wednesday night. We put this out. Once football season starts, we're going to have picks. I'm gonna put out probably 3 college picks and 3 NFL picks every Wednesday. And you can wager on them. You don't have to, but if you do, only bet what you can afford to lose. That's it. Other than that, don't bet, right? It's just make it a fun deal. Anyway, we're going to start today. We're going to talk about a little bit about college football. We're going to talk about some of the rankings that are out, the top 25. We're going to also talk about the Heisman Trophy candidates, what they think is going to happen there. And we're going to look at the LSU schedule that somebody put out. They got us losing only 2 games. So we'll see. It sounds like a pretty good schedule to me, if that's right. But we'll start off with those things, and then we're going to move on. We'll talk about the UFC real quick, what happened last week.
And there's a fight.
And what's going on this coming week. And then we're going to go and continue with our over and unders on the NFL football team, starting with the Denver Broncos, and we'll move on. I think we're going to do about 8 or 9 teams today, and then we'll continue next week with with probably the remainder of them by that time. Anyway, let's get started. Let's look at the ESPN preseason
top 25.
the FPI. They got the Ohio State Buckeyes number 1. They got Texas Longhorns number 2. Notre Dame number 3. I don't see how Notre Dame's there myself because they lost a lot. They lost their two running backs to start with. So I guess we'll find out. Oregon number 4. I like Oregon. I think they'll be up there in the top 10. Georgia number 5.
Georgia's always good.
The returning champs, Indiana, number 6. Miami, number 7. Alabama, number 8. LSU Tigers,
Number 9.
Texas Tech, number 10. I don't know how they do that. Where's the quarterback? I don't know. Texas A&M,
11.
number 11. Oklahoma, 12. USC, 13. We tell you what, if USC don't do well this year, they'll be looking for a coach, I believe. We'll find out. Ole Miss, 14. That would be outside the playoffs. It would be outside. Michigan, number 15. Tennessee, 16. Penn State with a new coach, 17. The Gators with a new coach,
Florida,
18. Clemson,
19.
Dabo needs a big year too. He may be out.
Dabo might be out of a job.
BYU, they came on strong the last couple of years. I like that coach they got.
Yeah.
I like that coach. I think they might do it. They're going to have a good season, I believe.
Mizzou is always top 25.
Mizzou 21, but I saw a prediction this week 6-6. So I'm not sure who predicted that, but that's what I saw. Auburn 22. I think that's a little high for Auburn. I don't think Auburn's going to be as good as they think, but we'll find out. South Carolina 23. Another guy that's on the hot seat. What's his name? Shane Beamer.
I think.
Yep. He's on the hot seat.
And at 24, SMU.
SMU. And then 25.
Iowa.
That was there. Kirkland's been there forever. His head coach has been there forever.
Cincinnati.
So I don't know if they'll be there. We'll see.
Well,
That's the top 25 according to ESPN's poll. Of course, there'll be some other 25s come out, but really the polls don't mean a whole lot because you got to meet on the field, right?
Yeah.
And
I don't understand why Cincinnati's not up there. Cincinnati's always good.
But no, I don't think that
Did they lose players?
But they lost. Yeah, but they had. Yeah, the guy that went to Texas Tech was their quarterback.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
but he's been a problem anyway.
Heisman Trophy candidates right now.
There.
Number 1, they have Archie Manning.
Arch Manning.
Reasonable.
Texas. He hasn't done much, but
Dante Moore, Oregon. He's a good quarterback.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to come out last year. He didn't.
C.J. Carr
at Notre Dame. C.J. Carr, he was pretty good quarterback last year. He was better than I thought he was going to be. That's the old coach that was there several years back. That's his grandson. Ole Miss, Trinidad Canvas.
He had a great year last year.
I don't know if he can do it again.
I don't know. They don't have an offensive coach anymore.
Julian Sayin, Ohio State.
Eh,
Jeremiah Smith, Ohio State.
back to back, Ohio State.
He could be now. Jeremiah Smith is one of the top
Who won
receivers
it?
in the country.
This year, Fernando Mendoza.
Fernando Mendoza. Number 7, Darian Minsham from Miami. And Josh Hoover, the quarterback at Indiana. He's taken Fernando's place.
And number 9, Sam
Number
Levitt.
9, Sam Levitt. If Sam
LSU.
Levitt stays healthy and we have a hell of a good season,
I think he'd win.
he's got a shot. He's got a shot. LSU always has a shot with these quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
And the last one, number
Especially
10,
the last couple of years.
is Devon Dampier with Utah. He's pretty good
Utah
quarterback.
Utes.
At least he looked good
The
last
Utah
year.
Utes.
Utah Utes. All right, let's see what else I got. Top 25. Most impactful transfers. Ooh, they say the most impactful is wide receiver Cam Coleman.
From
Left Auburn,
Texas.
went to Texas. Second, Levitt,
Sam Levitt to LSU.
Arizona State to LSU. Brian Brown from, what's that, SMU, looks like?
It's
That's one of
South Florida.
teams. South Florida to Auburn. So Auburn does have a quarterback. Linebacker Rasheem Biles from Pitt to Texas. Offensive tackle Jordan Seaton from Colorado to the LSU Tigers. Linebacker Keaton Thomas from Baylor to Ole Miss. Hollywood Smothers, the running back from
NC State.
NC State to Texas. Safety Ty Benefield.
From Boise State to
Boise
LSU.
State to LSU. Wide receiver Isaiah Horton from Alabama to A&M. And quarterback Kenny Minchie from Notre Dame to Kentucky University. So those are the most impactful is what they think. Let's see what else I have. I don't see anything else on college right now, but let's talk about the NFL. Oh, one big thing that's going on this week, and I wanted to bring it up. Tyler Shuck with the Saints, he decided he was going to take the 18 players from the Saints and bring them out to the West Coast. They went to Del Mar, California. 18 players. And Noah Fant had did some kind of coaching thing for kids a while back. And he said, this is really cool of Tyler. He said he hadn't even reached his second contract. He's still on his first rookie contract. And he's putting his neck out there for everybody to come out and get better. That says a lot about him. And I agree with that. It says a lot about the guys. They're going to have Drew Brees is attending and several other coaches, longtime coaches. Todd Durkin's going to be there. And I think it was this week, so it's going on right now. I think the last few days is what it's going on. I hadn't seen any updates on it, but it just wanted to bring that up. I think that's a good thing for
campus right around the corner.
For Tyler to be what? A leader. He's trying to be a leader, and that's what he is. I think he's going to be a good leader. Good
He's
thing
getting
is,
him ready.
We
I
drafted
think that's
him.
good.
He's an older guy. He's settled,
26.
married, already got. I think he already got a baby, right? Did
Yeah,
he have
he's got a kid, got a wife. But
I like it. I like it a lot. Let's see, what else we got with the Saints? There's a couple of things. Oh, what today? Guess what they did? They signed Aaron Kamara to an extension. Kamara's not going nowhere. It's all them people that are saying, Kamara's gone, Kamara's gone, Kamara's gone. Guess what? He ain't going. And Kamara
he
said,
ain't going nowhere.
and I just read a few things. Kamara said, we've done this before. I mean, you saw Mark Ingram over here with me. You saw Lavius with us. We've done this before. I don't think it's an issue with defenses focusing on one guy. It's a good thing when you have two guys. And we're going to have 2 or 3, maybe 4 guys playing running back. So
yeah.
I'm glad he's coming back. He's only 31. He's got 2 or 3 good years left in him, I believe. So we're going to find out. I appreciate the things he did for the Saints, and I think most people do. But he's coming back, and I like it. I think most people do like it. Let's see if there's anything else on the NFL I wanted to bring up. LSU's prediction. Somebody put this out. I think it's Louisiana Sportsnet. They put out that LSU will go
10-2.
10-2. 10-2. And then the only games they will lose is to Texas and to Tennessee late in the season.
I think we win one of those games.
Well, I think we beat.
I think we beat
know.
Texas. Texas is at home.
Texas is going to be tough. Texas will be the number one or 2 top in the
Yeah,
league.
but that's late in the season. One.
Late in the season, we'll know what
2.
happens. We'll know who.
2, and it's in Death Valley.
Yeah, we'll know who too.
It's in Tiger Stadium.
Tennessee.
in
That's where
Baton
you said
Rouge.
they would probably lose. They're going on the road.
Tennessee, yeah. Or I don't know. Auburn might squeak a win in there because it's in Jordan Hare.
They
and
say,
you never know what goes
they
on
say
in
we're going to
Jordan
beat
Hare.
Clemson pretty bad. 31-13. Tech pretty bad. Ole Miss 34-24. A&M close game 27-24.
Yep.
McNeese a blowout. Kentucky 38-24. Mississippi State always they're 41-21. Auburn 28-20. Alabama 28-21. And
I will
Arkansas,
stand
45-14.
here and say I do not believe we lose to Ole Miss or Alabama.
I don't think so. I believe we'll beat
I think
both
we
those
beat
games.
both of them.
I think the games we have to be careful with is Texas, Tennessee, and I'm concerned about A&M. A&M's gonna have a good team.
No, Auburn, they are never really good, but crazy things happen in Jordan Hare.
Yeah, you're right.
And it's in Auburn, it's in Jordan Hare Stadium.
So
You never know what
you
happens.
never know what'll happen.
So,
another thing that came out recently with the NFL, people saying teams that can go from worst to first.
mhm.
In other words, they will last in their division, but they're going up to win the division this year. And the number one is the New Orleans Saints. They think the Saints are good
I
enough to
definitely
move
think
from
that.
bottom to the top. And if you think about it, our division is pretty weak.
Yeah.
I mean, when I say weak, we win about 9-10 games. I think the Saints win 10 or 11.
So look, this is we always hope for a good season for the Saints. Always.
course.
Always. We always think we're a little delusional sometimes. We're like, oh yeah, Saints gonna be good. But other outside people I've never seen have this much belief in us winning the division.
Yeah.
Like the last couple of years, we Saints fans were like, oh yeah, Saints are gonna be up there.
Yeah,
But everybody else is like, no, Saints aren't that good. And they're right
Well,
the
they're
last
all right.
couple of
Especially
years.
I mean, you started
But-
with a new quarterback last year, so that
but
was a question that more going.
It's the first time in a couple of years that I've seen actual people that are outside of Saints that are like, oh yeah, Saints definitely have a chance at winning this division.
And mainly because we settled that quarterback at this point. Now we hope Tyler Shuck
Well,
will be what
and
he did. At
the
end of
division was close regardless anyway last year.
Yeah.
We swept the team that won the division.
Yeah. We did.
We swept the Panthers that won the division.
And at this point, Tampa, we don't know if Tampa, what's going on with Baker.
Tampa,
Baker's still unsigned. I don't
he's
know
waiting
what's
for a
going on there.
contract?
He's waiting on a contract. He wants to get paid more money, and he probably deserved it.
Probably.
He's done a good job.
Baker has done a great job in Tampa.
Okay, the next team, they got Detroit going from last to first. And that could happen. Detroit could come back, but I just, that division is tough.
That's a
I
tough
still
one.
think that division is probably Chicago or Green Bay.
Yeah.
I think they're one of them. Last to first, the third team, they say the Giants. Giants in the East. Well, you got Dallas.
That's a
Oh,
tough
you
two.
got
That's
Dallas,
Eagles,
you got-
Dallas, and Washington.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. The Eagles and all.
I think Washington will be better. than last year.
Tennessee worked the first. I don't know. I mean, they got Houston. Who's Houston?
Oh, I think so.
Houston and Jacksonville.
Houston,
Yeah.
Jacksonville,
Yeah.
stuff
The
like
Jets. No way. Not last to first. They got who?
Gino.
They got
Gino.
the Buffalo Bills and the New England Patriots.
Oh yeah, but
There's
they got
no way
Gino.
they gonna work the
Gino ain't going.
Raiders. No, they're not going worse to first. Not that division.
They got Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos.
Yeah, they're not going first to first. Cleveland.
No.
Baltimore and I think the teams
Cincinnati,
that have a chance is
Pittsburgh.
probably the Saints, Detroit, and maybe the Giants.
Maybe.
That's the only three I would possibly agree with on this.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's
Those
move
last
on.
those last four have too tough a divisions.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. So anyway, let's move on. We're going to cover. We're going to go to the over and unders in a few minutes. But before, let's have a recap. Let's do a recap on what happened with the UFC last week.
Oh,
Very
Lord.
interesting.
I will.
And stay with us because we're going to go over the over and unders on 9 NFL teams in a few minutes. Go ahead, Joe. Talk about it.
All right. UFC 329, as we know, was on Paramount Plus last weekend, Saturday. Opened with King Green versus Terrence McKinney. I'm pretty sure I said King Green was going to win. Now, first round, TKO. Actually, like a buzzer beater, like on the last second of
Who
the
was
fight.
that?
Huh?
Who was that?
King Green versus Terrence McKinney.
The big guy?
The
Yeah.
skinny guy. They
Anyway, I watched the
One-
fights. I did watch the fights last week.
He won. He was getting beat up the whole round. And the last 10 seconds, He hit him with a body shot, and the dude fell, and he just grounded and pounded until the ref pulled him off with 1 second left in the round. So who knows what would have happened if they would have let the round end and keep going with the fight. Next going, everybody thought Loner Kavanaugh was going to sweep the floor with Brandon Royval. Brandon Royval's been in for a long time. This was fight of the night. They were going back and forth, back and forth. One knocked the one down, the other got rocked. Well, final round 3, 3 minutes, 40 seconds into the third round, Brandon Royval pulls it off and chokes Loner Kavanaugh to sleep.
Yep.
So, Brandon Royval, the underdog, came in and won. Then, Mario Bautista versus Corey Sandhagen. Mario Bautista by unanimous decision. He beat Corey Sandhagen pretty badly. Co-main event was the performance of the night. Paddy Pimblett,
He took him out.
in 52 seconds.
He took him out pretty quick. He wrapped him up
Choke.
like an octopus.
It was like Benoit Saint-Denis go for a takedown. He jumps the guillotine, alligator rolls into a Darce, and chokes him out cold. Then we get to the main event: Max Holloway versus Conor McGregor.
What happened?
The Mac.
Crazy.
We thought the Mac was back. I had videos. Everybody was so excited. We were seeing Conor McGregor was back. The OG double champ. We thought the legend was back. To open the fight, McGregor throws a jumping switch kick, misses, lands on his leg, pops everything in his knee pretty much.
Yep.
Then he can no longer go. So the ref, after a minute, the ref calls a stop to it. Max Holloway wins by TKO due to, I say doctor stoppage even though it's not. But Max Holloway didn't beat him, but he won.
Yep.
So that was pretty sad to see. That was so much hype behind that fight and didn't end the way we wanted it to.
I thought he was hurt before he got in, but no.
But McGregor, he has one more fight on his contract. He'll probably fight again. They had a clip of him yesterday, I believe. It was his birthday yesterday. And he said he will return in that video. So,
Well, hopefully he does a better job at it.
I guess. But I want everybody to know there's not going to be that much hype behind that fight, his next fight, if he does fight again.
No.
Based off of what just happened this past weekend. Because there was so much hype around, McGregor's back.
Yeah.
He's going to do whatever.
So anyway,
But
who's fighting this week? That's the fight
this weekend, July
Right now.
17th, July 18th, on Saturday on Paramount Plus, the number 9 in the welterweight division, Kamaru Usman, former champ, will go on to move up to middleweight to fight the number 2 middleweight in the world, former middleweight champion, Dricus du Plessis. Now this is Saturday. This is a good matchup. Dricus du Plessis is a minus 230 favorite in this fight. I don't know. I'm going to take Kamaru Usman because I think he's just a different level. And, yeah. So that's who I got. And that's about it. That's about it for the UFC.
Yep, let's move on to the NFL. We're going to do like we did last week. We're going to go over the over and unders. Last week we went over the first 9 teams, I think it was.
Yeah.
We decided that the Cardinals would be under 3.5. We also decided that the Falcons would be over 6.5, probably 7 or 8 wins. The Ravens should be over 11.5. We think they'll win 12 or 13. Buffalo over 10.5. Panthers, we think will be under 7.5. We think the Panthers will lose a division this year. Chicago over 9.5. The Bengals over 9.5. Browns under 5.5. That's probably a good bet right there. And the Cowboys over 8.5. I think the Cowboys win 9 or 10 games, so that's a good bet too. All right, let's look at Denver. Let's see what Denver's going to do. Let's see if we can keep count right this time. Last week we messed up on one of them, remember? Anyway, the first week they played the Kansas City Chiefs. I believe Denver wins that game.
Yeah.
I think Kansas City is not going to be as good as people have they been in the past. They're getting older, and I think they're not going to be as good. And I think
Jaguars.
Jaguars.
I think that's a win.
I think Denver wins that game. Let's go with 2 on them. Next week they play the Rams.
That's a loss.
Let's say the loss. Let's say the Rams win that game. San Francisco, I say they lose that one at San Francisco. All right. The Chargers.
I'll give them a win.
They should win that one. Seattle, again. I say they lose. Arizona, they win. Kansas City again, they win. Carolina,
They win.
they win. The Raiders,
They win.
they win. Pittsburgh,
Win.
I don't know.
That's a win.
That should be a win. Miami, that's a win.
Jets.
The Jets, that's a win.
That's a win.
The Raiders,
That's a win.
Buffalo,
That's a loss.
New England,
Win.
I say
That's a win.
Let's say that's a loss because they're in New England.
Okay.
And the last week they played the Chargers.
Ah.
Say they lose, they win that one. So
Yeah,
how many they win?
12-5.
12. They win 12, and the over and under was only 9.5.
So,
So, of course, the reason is that because they're playing Seattle twice, they're playing San Francisco and the Rams both twice. So that makes it a big difference. But we think they're going to go over. We think they're going to win 10 plus games. The Detroit Lions. Let's look at the Detroit Lions and see what they're going to happen there. Detroit schedule. Let's see. We don't do preseason. They play the Saints the first week.
That's a loss.
We think that's a loss because I think that we're catching Detroit at a good time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to
Early.
say the first week we catch them early, and our defense wins that game.
Yeah.
So that's a loss. The Lions at Buffalo. That's a loss. Then the Jets. That's a win. Then, what happened? Lost the Jets. The Jets.
Panthers.
Where am I at? Okay.
Panthers.
What am I doing?
That's a win.
Where are we at? The
They,
Jets.
They're
Okay.
2-2 now.
The Panthers, they 2-2. Okay. The Cardinals.
Cardinals. That's a win.
That's a win.
Packers.
Packers.
Ooh.
Let's say that's at home. Let's say that's a win.
Yeah.
Vikings.
That's a win.
That's at home. We count that as a win. The Dolphins.
That's a win.
That's a win. Patriots.
It's in Detroit.
Yeah, but let's count. Let's say that's a loss.
All right.
And the Buccaneers. I
That's
say
a
that's
win.
a win. The Bears. Ooh.
Ooh, that's a good game.
Probably win that one at home.
Mm-hmm.
Then they probably beat the Falcons the following week.
Yep.
And then the Titans the following week. And let's say the Vikings the following week, let's say they lose that one in Minnesota. Let's say they beat the Giants. And they lose to the Bears and they lose to the Packers at the end of the season.
So that's 11.
That's 11. Ooh, it's close to over and under for them. It's 10.5. 10.5. So we're going to say, we're going to go over, but it's going to be close.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably an over and under I will not bet. More than likely. Okay, the next one is the Green Bay Packers. Let me look them up. Green Bay.
Look it up.
Look it up podcast. Let's see. The Packers schedule. Here we go.
First week,
First week, who they play?
Vikings.
The Vikings. Let's say, ooh, that's in Minnesota.
Mm.
That's Kyler Murray's first game as a Viking.
I say that's a win.
Let's say the Packers win that one. Okay, they go to the Jets, they win that one. Falcons, they win that one. Buccaneers, they win that one. Bears,
That's a loss.
let's say that's a loss. Cowboys,
That's a win. They tied last year, so you never know.
let's say they win. Let's say they lose that one.
Okay.
Then they play the Packers again.
When they play Lions.
The Lions, excuse me. Let's say I think they lose that one to Detroit on the road. Then they beat the Panthers, the Patriots on the road,
They win?
I think they win.
Mm-hmm.
Then they play the Vikings again at home. Let's say they lose that one. No, they win that one. Then they play the Rams on the road.
That's a loss.
That's a loss. Then they play the Saints
At the Saints?
at New Orleans. I think that's a loss for the Packers. Then they play the Buffalo and they lose that one. Then they play Dolphins. They win that one. They play the Bears. Ooh.
We had them losing the first one.
Yeah, let's say they win this one. And then they play the Texans. I don't know, that'd be a tough game. But they're at home. Let's say they win that one. Then they lose to Detroit.
That's 10.
That's 10. And the over and under is 9.5.
So we're right there.
Another close one. Over and under 9.5. 10. All right. Houston Texans. Who we got on the Houston Texans? Look it up. Texans schedule. Here we go.
They got a tough schedule.
Let's see what kind of schedule they got. First week they play
The Bills. That's a loss.
Buffalo. Take them at home, but I think that's a loss. Then they play the Bengals.
That's early in the season. That's a loss.
That's probably a loss because Cincinnati ain't gonna be much improved. Then they play the Colts on
That's
the road.
a win.
But I think they win that one. Then they play the Cowboys, but they're at home.
I give them a win.
I give them a win. Then they play the Titans. That's a win. Then they play the Jaguars on the road. That's a loss. That's gonna be a tough game. Then they play the Giants.
At home. That's a win.
That's a win. They play the Chargers on the road.
That's a loss.
Think it's a loss?
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay. Then they play the Browns.
That's a win.
That's a win. Then they play the Colts. That's a win. Then they play the Ravens at home.
That's a loss.
That's probably a loss. Then they play the Steelers.
That's
a win. Then they play Washington Commanders. I say that's a win. Then they play the Jaguars. Ooh, that'll be, let's say they lose to the Jaguars, even though they're at home. Then they play the Eagles on the road.
That's a loss.
That's a loss. And then they play the Packers. Let's say they beat the Falcons, the Packers. And then they beat the Titans. That's 10.
That's 10.
That's 10. The over and under?
9.
9.5. We're pretty close with these with our predictions. 9.5. All right, the Indianapolis Colts. Let's see. Indianapolis. How do you spell Indianapolis? I always have a problem with Indianapolis. There we go. Indianapolis. All right, where's the coach? Where's the schedule? Schedule. Here we go. Indianapolis schedule. Oh, what's going on here? They're trying to sell me tickets. They're trying to sell me tickets. I don't want to buy no tickets. Give me the schedule. Printable schedule. Let's look at it. All right, printable. No, I don't want an email address. They're going to give me trouble. They're to give me trouble here. Where's the schedule?
Hold up. Just look at this.
There it is. Go schedule. Let's see. The schedule is here. There we go. Week 1. No, that's preseason. All right. The season starts. They start off with
the Ravens.
Baltimore Ravens.
That's a loss.
That should be a loss. Kansas City.
Mm.
I'm gonna say that's a win. Then they play Houston.
That's a loss.
They play Washington.
That's a loss.
Pittsburgh.
Win.
Win. Tennessee. Win.
Win. Vikings.
Minnesota. I don't know. I'd say a loss at Minnesota.
Titans. Win.
Jaguars. That's a loss.
Vikings.
Well, we passed that.
No, we didn't.
Yeah.
Dude,
we passed
you
that.
literally said
I went
Steelers,
Pittsburgh.
Titans, and then you went to Jaguars.
No, I said Minnesota. I said that's a loss at Minnesota. Okay, and then Dallas. That's a loss. Then they beat Miami. Then they play Houston. At Houston, that's a loss. Then they play the Giants. I think they beat the Giants. Philly.
That's a loss.
That's a loss. Tennessee,
That's a
they
win.
win. Cincy, late in the season, I think they win. Cleveland, they win. Jaguars, I think they win at the end at home.
10
9.
or 9.
9.
They're still over.
9. They over and under 7.5. So that would be a good bet right there. But I don't know. A couple of those games are kind of a little, I don't know, like the Houston game. We call one of the Houston games a win. I don't know. That may be a tough win. Houston's defense is going to be real good. So anyway, let's move on to the
Jaguars.
Jacksonville Jaguars. What we got there? Jacksonville Jaguars. What's their schedule? Give me the schedule. Where's the schedule? Here we go. Jacksonville Jaguars schedule.
Week 1, the Browns.
Week 1, the Browns.
That's a win.
That's a win. Denver.
That's a loss.
That's a loss. New England.
That's a win.
That's a win. Cincy.
That's a loss.
On the road. Philly at home.
Loss.
Houston.
That's a win.
You say it's a win?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Indianapolis, that should be a win. Baltimore, that's probably a loss. Tennessee, that's a win. The Giants,
It's a win.
probably a win. Tennessee,
It's a win.
win. Bears, loss. Pittsburgh, win. Houston, loss. Dallas,
Loss.
loss.
Commanders.
Washington,
I lost.
a loss. Indy, a win.
That's 9.
9. Over and under is 8.5. Woo! It's going to be close. Some of these are very close. All right, who else we got? I'm going to do too many more. What time we got? 31 minutes already. We already passed what we usually do. So let's do the Chargers, and then we're going to wait and do the rest next week. The L.A. Chargers. Let's look at their schedule. L.A. Chargers. L.A. Chargers. Schedule. Let's do this. All right. Schedule. The LA Chargers now, they changed. They got a different offensive coordinator this year. So I'm hoping that's going to help the quarterback. Let's hope that's going to help their quarterback get a lot better, because I think he hasn't been as good as he should be. I think he's got the talent. He's got everything in the world, but I don't know. He just hadn't been.
All right. I think
What
it's
he needs to
the
What's the
Cardinals.
first game?
Cardinals.
That's a
Win.
win. Raiders.
That's a win.
That's a win.
Bills.
Bills.
Loss.
That's a loss.
Seahawks. That's probably a loss.
That's a loss. Broncos.
That's probably a loss.
That's probably a loss. Chiefs, that's a win. Rams, that's a loss. Texans, at home, let's say they win that one. Ravens, that's a loss. Jets, they win. Patriots,
A loss. Loss.
a loss. Okay. Buccaneers, let's say they win that one. Then they beat the next week the Raiders.
Win.
Then they play the 49ers.
That's
a
a
loss.
loss.
Then they beat the Dolphins.
I'd give them a loss to the Chiefs, one of them.
And then let's say they win the Chiefs. They lose to the Chiefs this time, but
They lose to the Broncos as well. That's 8.
that's 8. Ooh. Over and under is 9.5.
So under.
So sounds like they're going to be under. But they're in a tough division. So that's what happens with a tough division. All right, that's it for today. We'll go over real quick. We went over, let's see, we started with who? The Broncos. Over 9.5. The Detroit Lions, over 10.5. Packers, over 9.5. Texans, over 9.5. Indianapolis, over 7.5. That's probably a good bet there. Jaguars, over 8.5. That's probably another good bet. And the Chargers, under 9.5. So we'll see. Anyway, that's it for today. Stay tuned. Watch the soccer game is tonight, and then the final is on Sunday.
No, Argentina already won.
Oh, they already won.
Argentina
Okay.
beat England.
So it's Argentina and Spain on Sunday for the World Cup champion.
Final.
For the final.
That's going to be good.
And we're getting ready for football season. Everything's coming up. It's only a few weeks away. We'll be going to Canton in a few weeks for Drew Brees.
Yep.
And watch him get installed into the
Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame. Thanks for watching. Make sure you share. Let people know we're here. Unless you tell them, they don't have no way to know, because we send out as much as we can. But unless you tell them, nobody knows. And this is the best way to get information that once a week that you don't have to look up for. We already put that out for you. Again, if you're looking for anything, what do?
You look it up.
Thanks for watching. Go to Facebook at my name, Tony Gudo, or
YouTube under the Look It Up podcast.
thanks for watching. Appreciate you.
Bye-bye.